Hi. It's Eniresi here. Eniresi here. Eniresi here. Okay, guys. So it's time to start this off. Just gonna say something very nice, very good, very nice. But anyway, let's go. So how can we start? Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, let me just change the titles. Setting up everything, it won't take long. Yeah, technically that's all I need. Okay, so where was we last time, right? Right. Now on the right corner there will be a message that there is something new right now. The heck is that? Just a second. Full 1080p. What the heck is happening? Okay, I'll just. Okay, for some very strange reason, we had I had, or we had, or everyone had issues with the video. So what happened is that it just started streaming some stuff, not sure exactly what the heck is happening. It just started streaming some stuff and wrong title or something. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So let's begin. Last time I was talking about. Is that always so loud? problem is because my entire house is sleeping, so I can't really do any much. Shit, what the fuck is with this heat right here? Oh yeah, the last time I have do this, I had a bit too lower microphones, so you couldn't actually hear me that much. And you heard music way more than me, so right now I'm just making it a bit louder, so it's supposed to be like that. It's a bit louder than before, but it's a lot, I guess. Okay, so it's better now, I guess. I'm not sure what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about the reversing effect and how to make music. So that's a channel AQ. At the end, I was talking about time reverse, right? Like, oh no, I was talking how perfect music can be if you know by the beginning what you're expecting. That's a volume shape, right? That I used. Okay, so pretty much yeah, that's it. In the music, however, you always try to let's say that you do this. It's good, but what now? That's only one part, you know? Like, it's nothing more, it's just like once and that's end. So, in the modern music, you usually repeat this all the time, right? Like this. So it's keep repeating. But now you'll see that it's not working. First time then you hear it, it's okay. But the next time you hear it, oh yeah, my bad. Well, maybe not. So the first time you hear it, it's ok. But the next time you hear it, it's not okay anymore. Because when it repeats, it's just boring. So how do they make a music that is repeating all the time not boring? Well, that's something that's a good question, but let's go to the answers instead of just questioning all the time. So, take a sound pack. Each sound pack have something like effects that have up, lifters, they're just an effects that you can use. So what it makes, it's like through time effects. Now you need to use time because making melody once, it's simple, you see. Just make it, it's very simple. You just start here and end up here. You see, you don't need any more knowledge. You just start here and end up here. You haven't actually done anything with time itself. But when you keep repeating this, you can't actually make you can't make another melody on the top on it, but you need to use time, like, okay, that kind of, you start with something, like everything that starts in the real life is usually a baby, then it's a grown-up man, then it grows up, and then it becomes even grower, and then he becomes old and die, and that's pretty much repeating all the time, right? But that means, what I'm trying to say, that all the time you start by being small and without any power. So, maybe instead we need to move this to right, which I don't usually do. I usually prefer to make, maybe I do sometimes. So we start exactly the same, but now we're gonna use time, which means that at the beginning this sound won't be even good. It needs to be good at the end, but it shouldn't be that huge. So let's take PL plugs. Let's see. Not that good. Let's see the bell time. Maybe. See, these are plugs, however, they're very annoying, but they're nice. Yeah, they're too annoying. Yeah, this one seems like good and it have good energy, so let's just duplicate this one. Now, however, for this example, let's just start it like that. Now, I usually haven't done that kind of things, but I will do it right now. In the effects, I have tonals that are usually I have sines one shot, melodies, loops, guitars, fills, shots, air shot. So let's use this one for now. Not sure how tuning works out. It lags a bit, obviously. It all the time lags for some reason. Just gonna quit up some programs that takes too much space. What's up YouTube, what's up Twitch, whatever you watch on. Let me just do a short review. I have recorded before, but let's go to the basic what we need to know there. Okay, so what I want to say, I'll just explain you. When you have this, it's okay when you hear it first time, but when it keeps repeating, in music usually repeat all the time same melody. So it's keep repeating, so what you do then, okay, I looped here in this program, whatever you do, you just do that and slide it all over and it will keep repeat. When you hear it first time, So now it's keep repeating, you know. It's no longer fun when you hear it the first time, because our ears doesn't want to hear something all the time. So it's now keep doing that, and it's now even more enjoying, because it already know what we heard before, right? So what you do, it even at the same time losing kinda listening. First time okay, the second time start to enjoy, but at the same time it's nothing new. So when it go third time, it won't enjoy anymore. Do you follow? You know, first time you usually remember the pattern of melody. When you listen it second time, you enjoy because you already knew what's gonna happen. The third time, it's no longer that much fun because you already enjoyed. So what you usually do is that second time you add something new, so part of you enjoys because it's a melody, other part of you it's learning, so when there will be third time, this part when it was learning will now enjoy, so there will be almost stepping up. So what you start to do is using time, because otherwise without time, when you first time created the melody, you didn't really think how this is gonna go, right? You just make it. And the problem is because now you have to repeat it, because that's usually how it works today music. You can actually make entire music that, but probably it won't be listened so much because people want to keep repeating in their minds music because they can just sing it and it's so simple, because pretty much music is simple. So it starts here, it's end up here, or it can be one more if it's good music, and then it's repeating all the time. So however, when you have stuff like that, there you can't create any more stuff, you know, you already have created the melody, so it will keep repeating. But what can you do? You see, you can add stuff, but for that you need time, you need to know when and where to add it. So it usually goes like that. Time, it's usually in real life. You start as a baby, then you grow up to a man, then you grow up to a woman, then you grow up to even older woman. What is actually happening is you becoming older through time, and at the beginning you're always the smallest one, and at the end you're always the grown up, right? So pretty much what you're doing all the time is making music same way. So you started by a very small amount, like nothing is happening, and then it's stepping up, because this case, it seems like it would already be, I mean, if that would be like refrain, or basically the point when you most enjoy, pretty much that's it, right? I mean, before we make music in the way that is perfect by how it is, right? Which means that right now people are supposed to enjoy the most. I mean, before we created, I mean, pretty much this can be even added some stuff, but that by itself is just it, you know. It have beats, it have claps, it have bass, and it have melody. That's it, you know, you're done. So that part is pretty much when it's finished. It's like if you have time of human, that is when you are like a 40 or 30 age, when you are like grown up but not old, you know, grown up but not old is pretty much this part. It's perfect by itself, so it is. Now, however, we need to make it in time. Start with, you start as a baby, so means that you have no power at the end, at the beginning. So let's just do this right here. So we start here. Oh yeah, what I did, I created another element, instrument. I just copied this right here, and I search for instrument that is not so powered, that is just like slowly. It's not really good, but it's like soft, you know. You can use this, but that seems even more power than this one. These are plugs that are called when they're like mini dots. They're just like puck, puck. You know, puck. And then it's just delay or echo, you know, puck, 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 puck. You know, just, you know, little dots. They're not really some sort of energetic, they're pretty much plugs or dots that are pretty much the smallest one that you can get in the instrument, pretty much at the beginning. You can obviously find even less one, but instrument or their basses, like BA, it's bass, leads, is lead, where this is when there is perfect. Effects usually just for drops and our all stuff. SQ are some sort of beats, drums, and plugs are small like puck. So in this case, the PL, which is plugs, are the best. So let's just see. I mean the best by my way. You see. Let's listen. So we are using time now. You see, we need to know how to go through time. So we don't create, I mean we still create stuff. The point is that we all the time creating when we're making music. The point is that using time, we need to know where to add some stuff. So let's listen through time. That's like through the time of a baby. You start as baby, you have no power, right? Which is here. So then you grow up, you add some stuff. In this case, we have basses, so we're trying to get from 0 to these. So what is this? What is here that we don't have here? The basses, right? So, but we can do, I mean, these are same instrument, by the way. I'll just mute out. That's like that. That's already too much, Now it's about time, it's not about being good. We already have done what we need, This is already perfect by itself, it doesn't need anything else. Now we need to only lead through time, so if we are only looking to time, that seems like good for beginning. Now in the time logic, that goes too fast. They're so soft and they're just boom. So what I did, I actually added a sound, which is that. But what I did is that, I haven't done that yet, but I'll try. I'll add a reverse effect, which is here. I just click on reverse and it's gonna make it play from the back, which means it's not gonna be oh, but it's gonna be whoop. So just gonna add an echo, like the new music. And have good effect, The point is in time. We just try to do some sort of time stuff. The times are usually change of instrument, but through time, One of these is that. So this one kind of makes effect. And it's not boring that much anymore, it's just like some adding stuff, but that's some sort of additional effect that you can listen. It's time stuff. You already created the melody and all of stuff. You're just now wanting to add some time stuff. So one of it could be that if you check out how this structure works, you just repeated that. That's not the best way. That will sucks really hard. I mean, it won't be good to listen to because you have already listened to first part. No. So you're gonna add the bass. But it needs to be soft, it shouldn't be that hard, because we're trying to reach this one. It's too hard. So let me. And you just add this one because it's stepping up, you know, in time. Now you have to add it all the time. When you add it, you just keep adding it. So just gonna add another bass because we need to get that kind of bass. I mean, that kind of bass is soft, but we need to get pretty much the bass that is in the part when it's perfect, because that's a soft bass, you know, it's like, so let's try this one. And now so there are some sort of fills. We will take procedures. So the trick is that I can do some, I'm not sure how other programs work. This program can create an instrument from a sound. That means if I take that one here, that's this one. That's, I guess he guessed it where it's supposed to be. It have no that. their uplifters. Let's try impacts because they're a bit better. So just gonna add filter. So to want to do that before it drops, it have to have some uplift. So just add the envelope there. that's a cutoff. It won't make it silent, but it'll make it a bit less even heardable. Like you won't actually even heard anything. Just gonna copy this one. The only thing I didn't copy was the effects, I mean the sliders. Otherwise it's all copied right here. You know what, I think it's easy to just do that. Oh, never mind. So we're just gonna create a new instrument and add some sort of effects. it's pretty much logical and it's very good. Can't say. So it starts by plucks, add the top of bass. It's almost invisible, but it still be, I mean, you can't hear it, but you can. And it's coming better. So you kind of feel, you don't know exactly what happened there, but you kind of feel that it's good, right? It's I mean, it's a mess, obviously. This is the pre-effect, which means that kinda there is just silent and it leads from 0 to something. This one are the drums. I mean, usually they're called fills. You usually do that before drop, before beat, everything before something happens. Let me show you some samples. I mean, okay, you can't hear it now, but technically you can get it that they're filling up before drop. And because drop is so energetic, that's kinda like drop. We need to add this one. What it happens, I just use the buttons. I just open the pop a little bit to see, like cut off. I just keep pressing the button. And you can hear what is happening, right? So what you do, hello bro, hello on Twitch. How are you, bro? How you do? Do you have do you make music too? So I just listen to the beat. Oh, it's and then I just make up with this button whatever I want. So it gets up. Oh, nice. I will send you a link to just if you want to hear what kind of music I make, and you can ask me which music or what kind of music I do. My channel, right? That's my SoundCloud, and they have different styles. If you want to learn something, just ask and I'll just tell you how I did it or what is important there. However, because it's coming to a drop, I added this effect, which is energetic, you know. A bit more than it should be. That's because entire beat right here, it's not that energetic. And I added clap because it's impact, you know, it's still not that energetic, so I just added this clap at the end, I mean impact, to just make sure that it's supposed to be like that. I mean, when something big happens like a beat, you want to even more do bigger impact, so people actually are like, holy shit, that's huge impact. So this one makes all of this even huger, you know. Because without that it wouldn't be that huge, it would be just, you know, it's nothing like that, but So this is now the, you can say, drop. It's like the build up, or the beginning, and then you just have to repeat this. Because all the time you're just stepping up, you never go down in music. You always just need to know what happened before so you can keep going. If you're gonna remove like some instrument, then people won't like it. Here, for example, the whole instrument are trying to be like this, or they're not good, but they're not as good as these two. That's why I removed them exactly here before this one starts. So you might not notice, but at the end, exactly when it switches from the left side to the right, it kinda not even recognizable because they're on the same level, kinda, you know. Even I have to do a lot of these build-ups to make it even huger impact when this happens. So at the end you actually got this effect like boom, and now you're just repeating. Add some mystic shots. Therefore, vocals are usually used in music because they're, you as a human, you always hear. They're just music with vocals are always more successful without. So if you're making like that kind of music, just add stuff like some shots or maybe some background voices that you can find, and then just repeat them. I mean, in this case I'm repeating them because I'm just stepping up. So you hear this one time, now it's second time, so what can you add? Usually there are beats, claps, and technically right now that's kind of music right now. It's all of what I need to do. I can't actually make more now because that's it. I have done the build up, I have done that, and that's it. I mean, technically for the progressive music, that's it. The only drop is that in this case because it's already like 30 seconds, and still the build up usually takes that much. But there is no beat, so it's just that, and it starts and it beats up here. So that's technically a drop. And it's listenable. You just, at the end you just keep going. You use time, so whatever you hear at the end, you need to have same, it needs to be exactly same energetic as before. So if you're gonna make a break, like a splash and then some sounds, like usually you always need to know that there is something coming, and you never go like down with the energy. All the time it needs to be even better, because you will enjoy more. You won't listen if music will get worse. You will just then repeat the part when it's the best. So what you do is you just step it up all the time, and it's supposed to go work out for you, and it's not that hard. I mean, that's for now. There is, if you are watching, there is YouTube channel, exactly same name, and they're usually all the type of the music. I mean, I'll add a link in the description later, but I can do now. There is someone watching. I make all of them, and YouTube saves up all of this, so you can just check out the past or whatever. That's the YouTube channel. I make all.
Moč polnovrednih žitnih.
So you can listen up there and here, and yeah, that's it for now. That's kind of how to make this kind of music. I'm gonna save it up if I'm gonna make it further. I'm gonna continue, but by the way guys, that was Any Receipt. Hope you like it, and probably we'll see you next time, so enjoy till next time. See ya.